So with our knowledge on amino acids, we are going to proceed to the next topic, which is proteins. So amino acids combine together to form proteins. So the first thing you need to focus on is peptide bond formation. So this is one amino acid and this is the second amino acid. So this is the amino part of the amino acid and this is the carboxyl part. So the amino part and the carboxyl part is going to combine together by excretion of H2O and forms a CONH bond, which is a peptide bond. This is what you are going to call as a peptide bond. Alright, so this is the peptide bond which is present in almost all proteins. The amino part and the carboxyl part react and form different proteins. So this is the first step in protein formation. So how it proceeds is this is the primary structure, which is like a link of all the proteins together. So basically these are just 2 points. Okay, so these are just 2 points. There are going to be several other points and they are going to be linked together like this. This is the primary structure which is shown over here. So methionine, phenylalanine, aspartate, arginine, alanine, all these are different amino acids with different groups over here, you can see, which are shown over here. Okay, but you see this peptide bond over here at each part, that is the same peptide bond throughout everything. Okay, so that is formed by the excretion of water, very important, and that is the constitutes the primary structure of the protein. This happens by a process called translation in the nucleus within each of the cells. So we'll talk about this in the genetics later on, but please know that. And moving on to secondary thing is like a these straight lines are arranged together. Okay, so these are the three primary strands which are attached together by different attachment proteins. Okay, so there are two types of secondary arrangements. One is the beta sheets and the next one is alpha helix. So alpha helix will be like a straight chain which is just coiled around like this, but a beta sheet is where there are three straight chains and they are connected by some different protein. Okay, so that will be your secondary structure, and this happens, the all of these folding happens in the cytoplasm, in the endoplasmic reticulum, and the final thing sometimes takes place in the cytoplasm. All right, so nucleus primary structure, cytoplasm smooth endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum with the ribosomes. So it will come out as a complete protein. So next will be the tertiary structures, which is a combination of primary and secondary structures is going to give you tertiary structures. So there are both beta sheets and alpha helixes present in the tertiary structure, and the final thing will be your quaternary structures, which consist many domains or many tertiary structures which are together. So this is one tertiary structure. Then just a second, some technical. So this will be the second tertiary structure and this is third. So there are three domains of tertiary structures present in one quaternary structure. So this is the basic of protein formation and folding, and so this is a representation of what I was saying. So mRNA is processed over here, and then as it passes by, translation takes place and the primary structure is done, and after the primary structure is done, the proteins are folded by special uh, uh, they have special proteins called chaperones. Okay, chaperones are very important and their most important function is protein folding. Very important thing, you write this chaperones, you will get 1 mark extra guaranteed in your whatever internal assessment or whatsoever it may be. So please take note of that, chaperones, important note. So I would like to end this video with this. So I will be continuing on with proteins, different proteins like hemoglobin, and then I'll switch over to genetics. If you want me to cover any specific topic, please do comment, and please do share these videos because a lot of effort goes into making each one of them. Thank you.